What's going on, guys? Love out to everybody. We got Contender Series 2024 week 6 here, guys. Prediction breakdown. I'm gonna flash through this real quick. Before I do though, I'm gonna do a little recap on our UFC 306. And before I do that, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel, or just check out my Patreon account for all my Facebook predictions and prop plays. And you can also donate to my PayPal account there, guys. Right? Quick look at this UFC real quick here, guys. Interesting card. It's supposed to be like a Mexican card, you know, with the spear and everything like that. But you know, majority, if not nearly all of the Mexicans people lost, right? Like I always speak on any nationality, skin color, whatever. We are all one. But I'm gonna say Mexican, but we're all one, guys. Just having an experience, a human experience in our body. That's pretty much it. It's just all energy. So I don't care if you're Chinese, whatever, or you're Jamaican, or you're wherever, black, white, whatever. It doesn't matter, because it's just we're all one. It's just an experience we're having. But just to explain, I guess, you know. But again, I said the card here is like majority, pretty much all underdogs. Is a kind of an underdog card. Some fights we knew would have come true, like the Ross Rosa Jr. fight. He won by decision. We kind of figured that out. Joshua Van, we kind of, you know what I'm saying? But then you got Caitlin Soja with the upset over Yasmin. But like I said, with women fights, you pick Yasmin to win and Caitlin win. That's just how it is, man. And I said it. You understand? And this was that card, which is a dog card, right? So pretty much, if you want to say, I guess, a Mexican, you know, yeah, I guess Ross Jr. won. And Ronaldo Rodriguez, and that's pretty much it. Those were the guys that actually won. You know what I mean? So if you want to say as far as Mexican, right? Everybody else, and I guess Diego Lopez, but I think he has a Mexican descent, probably. He's actually born in Brazil, so yeah. So it's really, it's really Ross Jr. and Ronaldo Rodriguez were the only ones, right? So, like I said, with this card, a lot of upsets. Esther Rozbozovic won. Numa won. I'm sorry, Norma Dumont won. Ignacio won. You know what I mean? So it's just. Diego Lopez, Valentina Shevchenko won over Alexa Gracio, and of course Merab won. You know, which, you know, with Merab fight, like I told you guys, it's like, yeah, Sean O'Malley, he can strike, but he's not on that level, dude. And the fight again is the same thing. If you look at who Merab has fought, guys, you know, it's the guy's a skilled guy, and if Peter Yan can't knock him out, Jose Aldo can't knock him out, Henry Cejudo can't knock him out, Molly Moraes can't knock him out, John Dodson, all these guys are legendary, experienced guy. How is Sean O'Malley gonna knock him out, especially in the first round? Come on, man. And they had Merab as underdog. Oh boy. I mean, yeah, man, it's just, you know, it is what it is, you know, but, you know, with cards like this, especially pay-per-view card, you know, this was an upside-down card, and like I said, sometimes the odds, they play with the odds a little bit, you know what I mean, so, which I always talk about, you know, they kind of match the fights up, knowing that a particular guy going to win, and people may think that, oh, this is a spear, it's a Mexican thing, so all Mexican fighters are going to win. Nope. The only card you may see like that is usually the Russia cards. When you see all Russians win. But it doesn't have to play out that way, and it surely didn't play out in that way. You know what I mean? Majority of nearly all the Mexican guys lost in this card, and yeah, lesson to learn from this is that, like I said, there's no losing. You just learn. You know, depending on what you do with the card. If you're betting or whatever you're doing, just doing it for fun. You know, you may watch fights and like, oh man, you know, which is very helpful, and you may say, oh man, you know, this guy's way better, there's a skill set. But sometimes, you know, depending on what fight you watch, sometimes a fight could be a 2-year-old fight, the guy could have improved. Sometimes it could be a year. The guy could have improved, come back looking different. Like a good example with the Estan Rivovics, I knew this guy was already tough. I'm saying this guy's a very good, tough fighter. But like I see, like the Manuel Torres, he looks pretty like seasoned. Pretty well-rounded, very decent fighter. But he's jumping in there with his chin out, running in. And Ignacio just look on point. He looks sharp that night. He looks like the quicker fighter. With accurate shots. Same thing with Yasmin and Soja. You probably say, boy, Yasmin technical skill, but she was rushing in. A lot of these guys on this card were just rushing in. They were rushing the fights, coming forward a lot. But, they're just eating shots. They're getting hit a lot. The Arena Aldana fight, big old cut in her head, like a big scar on her forehead. She was just running into shots, man. Everybody just looked, I don't know, everybody looked off, And Odie Osborne, I don't know how this is a unanimous decision, but I felt Odie probably could have won that fight. But it is what it is, man. It's in Mexico. It's not in Mexico, but it's like a Mexican night or whatever, spear and everything like that. All the fighters lost. So, if it goes to decision, of course, they're going to give it to Ronaldo to win, which Ronaldo put on a show. In the press conference, he kind of like was the star of the night. He shined for that night because he was the guy that was like, looking crazy and saying all these things, right? He was running his mouth and everything like that. And, I guess now he has a big social media platform now. So, it's just one of those things, But the fight was a pretty decent fight, kind of back and forward fight. They had some good matchups on here. The fights were, toe to toe. Let me see here. The Manuel Torres and Ignacio. It's a pretty good fight. A lot of these fights, the Josh Van and the Edgar was probably one of the best fights on the card. Next to Daniel Zahuber and Estavics. It's probably the second. And Ortega and Lopez was pretty good too. Valentinachenko and Alexo, all the fights are good, but as far as the entertainment value of the guys, like just, I guess, banging it out, taking a lot of damage, which is not good. What Valentina Marab did was martial arts, pretty much the sweet science boxing or martial arts, or you do the hitting and avoid getting hit, find a way to win without taking the least damage. The rest of the guys in this cards were taking a lot of freaking, especially Daniel. Oh, damn, man. And even Esteban. Those guys were taking a lot of getting knocked down. And the arena, they take a lot of damage. Yeah, I said it is what it is. But remember, this is a game. This is all an illusion, man. Like I said, play, but play at your own risk. There's no losers now, but you learn from it, and you do what you gotta do. If you're gonna make your money, and you just and then you leave. You just exit, but don't look up on it as like, like this is it. It's just an illusion. It's just a game, and it will pass, like all the other illusions that pass. Only one thing that really matter, man, that you should be really paying attention to is your health. It's you, because it's always you versus yourself. A lot of people forget about that. So all these things are just entertainment, and that's pretty much it. But overall, though, it was a decent card, and yeah, man, this just, you learn from this. This is how it is. There's cards that are like this, especially the pay-per-view cards. It's usually upside down like this, and but because it's a Mexican night and all Mexicans are gonna win, and you may do your homework, and it just doesn't work out that way. It is what it is. But the fight that that I was surprised it was the Marab and Sean O'Malley. So many people picked Sean O'Malley in that kind of sense, I'm surprised. And when I picked Marab to win, I'm like, it's like I was pretty much 100% sure he's going to win. Because it's just, you can't, Sean O'Malley is, like I say, he's decent, but his takedown defense is not that great compared to Marab. When Marab's going to take against other fighters, he may get away with it, but not with Marab. And like I said, Marab has faced some tough guys, man, tough competition, and it's proven. All right, so overall, it was a decent card, and as far as just upside downness and just the battle, the wars that these guys put on. Excellent job by every single fighter here. Hopefully everybody is good. I don't like to use the word hope, but it is what it is, you know. And they didn't take, you know, they took a lot of damage, but you know, going forward they are good, right? So a quick look here, Contender series here, guys. I'm gonna fly through this. I just want to do that real quick for you guys there. 5 fights like usual. This card here is kind of a, I have mixed feelings about this card, and we'll go through it real quick with you guys here, man. Only short notice here is for Elijah Smith. First fighter we got Daniel Mentello versus Ahmad Hassanzada. I think I pronounced that right. Both of these guys were on the Contender series before, making the second showing here. So both guys are making a second showing. Like I always say, the guy that make his second showing is usually going to win. But both these guys are making the second showing, so it's kind of difficult here. With Dallin here, Dallin lost by submission in his last Contender series. This guy is pretty hittable, man. Runs into shots. Just a hittable guy, man. Lost to Kayana here by rear naked choke in the first round. Fought Archie Kogan. You guys know who Archie Kogan is, and he's in Bellator. Hassanza, second time too, got knocked out in the third round against Nazim. If you guys remember who Nazim is. Then is that Nazim and Dallin, I believe they trained together, coming from that same camp, from Ray Longo camp. But with Hassan here, man, Hassan he's hittable too, man. And the thing about him, he's kind of chinny, man. He can touch him and he goes down. That's pretty much it. Like every fight I see, he's getting knocked down and getting hurt. Like these both guys are hittable. So with that being said, man, this one is a this one here is a toss up. This is heads or tail, man. I do believe that Hassan could possibly knock out Dallin, but I feel like if Dallin just compose himself and just let the hands go, he could also hurt Hassan. But I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Ahmed here. I'm gonna say Ahmed Hassanzada by submission, guys, in the second round. I'm not confident. Next fighter, guys, we got Yura Naito versus Ateba Gotar. Yura actually a pancreas fighter here. He's pretty well rounded guy, man. Has wrestling background. Submission looks good. Striking is so, but has heavy hands. I feel like he's a more well-rounded fighter here. All first round finishes and one decision. So I went to decision one time, but majority all first round. This guy I feel he's a little more well-rounded here. Maybe a little more skilled. But I see from his opponent, Ateba. So this guy is from Cameroon, like Francis Ngannou. He's a big dude, man. He's hovering over Yura slightly a little bit. He's gonna have a reach, I believe. Doesn't really show, but from I kind of looked at the face-offs and wins a little bit. Pretty much all knockout, man. Very unorthodox fighter, explosive. Can get taken down though, and he will gas out. And he usually gasses up pretty bad after the first round, man. This guy gasses out really bad, bro. If Yura can avoid the power from this guy, I believe he can win the fight. He has won by decision here, so, but he fades bad though, man. He fades bad in the fights. Yeah, man. I'm gonna go with Yura here, but zero confidence in this one, man. Ataba is a pretty big dude. He's pretty durable, very athletic, very aggressive in that first round. I'm gonna say Yura by KO/TKO in the first round. It could be ground and pound, but I'm not confident, guys. All right, meaning that Ataba could win this fight. Yeah. Remember, Contender series, guys. It can't be. It can't. There is. I don't like to use the word "can," but you have to be careful. Because a lot of these guys are not really tested, and when you watch footages, sometimes old footages, and sometimes they may not look as great. Like a Tuba may not look as good. He gets tired and he comes in here and he's just like going through first, second, third round easily. I'll get a first round quick finish, which he usually does. Oh, Yura looks really good. You know, mix it up. He has submissions, wrestling. And he comes in and he gets knocked out in the first round. You know, it is what it is. Next fight, we got Benjamin Bennett versus Joey Hart. Bennett. Okay, Bennett here. Bennett, it has a big amateur, 17-4. That's massive amateur. He will mix it up. I feel Hart though got the better striking here. You know, Hart's more kind of remember of Alex Caceres a little bit, but he's in the pocket, kind of slipping punches, seeing the attacks coming and counter. But Bennett will look for the wrestling takedowns. He will hustle with it. He will grind. Trains out of elevation here, so he has like Neil Magny in his corner usually. Yeah, man, this guy. I mean, he's okay, you know. I mean, he can mix it up, you know. Training at a good camp, you know. Lost to Trey Waters. You guys remember who Trey Waters is? Kind of light on the foot, pick his shots. Slightly similar to Hart a little bit, but I feel like Trey moves a little better though. Hart is more like he walks you down and like just being in the pocket, just slipping and just uppercutting and body shot. They got knocked out by Trey Waters though. This one here, man, I was going for Hart, but a switch. But I do believe Bennett could grind out a win here, because Hart can get taken down. Like I said, with the Hart striking doesn't look bad. He's kind of loose in there. Slightly remind me of Alex Caceres in the sense of boxing. Not much of the kicks though. But he can get taken down, and he's got the 4-inch reach, which is massive. And he would also look for submissions off his back. But I just feel, damn, Bennett, you know, can avoid those strikes. You know, Hart doesn't really move around that much with his foot, and he can get taken down in this fight, man. I must slightly push towards Bennett, but I'm not confident, guys. I'm going to say Bennett by decision, 50-50, guys. All right. Next fight here, guys. We got Talisson Teixeira versus Arthur Lopez. Teixeira here, man. This is a big dude, man. It's massive, bro. 6'8", 81-inch reach. Damn. It's a giant. He's Andre the Giant, man. This guy's massive, man. This guy can hit though, man, and when he wants to hit, he knocks you down, man, and he's smooth with it. Very powerful shots, man. 6 inches of height over this guy, and I guarantee you he's gonna have like at least like 10-11 inches over Lopez, man. 100% finishing rate, all first round, BJJ black belt, dude. Power, baby. This guy here, man. The record not that great, but like I said, it's Contender serious, man. These guys are trying to make a name, I guess, for themselves and going to UFC. So like I said, you know, some things you're trying to analyze it the best way you can, and like, oh man, this guy's gonna get his back and he's gonna rear naked choke him, or maybe go to an arm bar from off the back, you know, hit him with a 1-2 on the pocket, slip, uppercut. It just doesn't happen that way, you know what I mean? So yeah. His opponent here, Lopez, not much footage on Lopez, but it's 100% finishing rate too. But he hasn't been active, dude, at all. He has his fight in 2024, which he had won, but before that he was 218, 2 times, 216, 215. This guy's definitely not active, man, at all. Like I said, he fought one time in 2024, but before then he wasn't active at all, dude. From 2018, come on, man. He throws his hands, you know, but I mean that's what I see. Not much footage because there's not much fights of him. Yeah, I'm liking Teixeira. You know, I feel Teixeira is just more active, bigger dude, height and reach, hit harder. I feel he's just a more skilled guy too. So I'm gonna go with Teixeira. I'm gonna say Teixeira by KO TKO, guys, in the first round. All right. Am I confident in this one? Nothing really confident, you know. I mean, nothing guaranteed really, but I say 70% for Teixeira. Like I said, Contender series, man, just gotta be careful. I guess the main fight in the card. Let's see here, guys. We got Aaron Toll versus Elijah Smith. This one is interesting. You know, Aaron here is from kickboxing, City Kickboxing, right? Man, this guy here is shit. From what I see from him, man, he's very wild, man. His fundamentals, then. Some fights he looks different in some fights. In some fights it just looks like he just hands it down, walking you down. You know, head is up in the air. You can touch him 1 or 2 times, but swing wild. But he looks like you can hit him, and sometimes the punches miss. I don't know if it's just because he's slipping, but his fundamentals just doesn't really look that great. Kind of wild with the punches, swing, his hands are down. You know what I mean? But he's wrestling. He has some wrestling on him. The wrestling doesn't look bad. You know what I mean? Very aggressive with the wrestling. You know, very explosive. Pick you up, slam you in your head. Heavy ground and pound. The thing about this guy though, man, that he's a dog, man. He's a wild man. He's a wild man, man. This guy's a wild dude, man. Like, you know, this guy's hungry. He's wild. Trains over the City Kickboxing, guys. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. But this fight here, to me, is I would say is an even fight, because short notice for Elijah Smith here. When I see from Elijah fundamentally is more sound, you know, in my opinion. But like I said, when it comes to fighting, sometimes, you know, you're fundamental, you have the jab, you're doing this, you're doing that, but it's just that one little thing, you know, that dog ability, you know, to push a high pace, to take it to that dark place, you know, which some guys can't last in that dark place. You know, you push it forward to that place, and a lot of guys who even are skilled will break under that pressure. I feel Aaron can go to that dark place, dude, which you don't want to go there. You know what I mean? You want to keep it to where you want to keep it, but Elijah could. He's going to have the reach and height. You know what I mean? But like I said with Aaron's a zombie, and some fights he looks different than others. You know, some fights he looks more skilled, but he does have a wrestling background or a wrestling base. But what I see from Elijah Smith, he's skilled, he's wrestling too. He has a also wrestling base too, and you know what I'm saying, he will look for takedowns. You know, he will look for submissions. His striking is pretty quick. He's pretty elusive. He closes the distance quick with his punches. His defense is not bad, but he did get knocked out in the 3rd round though against this fight, Reyes Cortez though, which I checked out. Because the guy has that fight on his page, on his Instagram. So you can't find it on the YouTube, but he has it on Instagram. And it's just that it seems like Elijah can't slow down. That's what I'm talking about, going to that dark place. You know, a guy like Aaron, you know, fundamentally may not be as sharp, but he just can go through the fire, man. You know, just take it there and hit him, and he keeps coming forward. You know, that dog-like, wild man, crazy ability. I don't like to say crazy, but, you know, he just takes it there. And a guy like Elijah doing everything he can, using all his techniques, but nothing really happening. You know, and, yeah, man. This is a tough one. I do feel Elijah could win, but he would have to most likely maybe use a lot of his wrestling with his striking, but Aaron can also wrestle. And that's the thing about this fight. If Aaron couldn't wrestle, then it'd be different. But Aaron can wrestle. Striking wise, I feel Elijah is quick, but Aaron is also quick. But I feel Elijah could be more technical on the foot, more precise with the shots. But I'm gonna go with Aaron here, man. I'm gonna say Aaron by KO TKO, guys, in the 3rd round. Definitely not confident though. It's 50-50, guys. All right. And I know I probably should have been looking at the odds while I'm doing this, because I'm not doing that odd breakdown anymore. I mean, let's see here. Come on, man. Where is it at? Okay, here we go. They got this fight is even. Okay, so they got Arteba and Nato is even. So, exactly. That's how I have it too. Benjamin and Joe Hart, even. That's how I have it too. Lopez and Teixeira. Lopez is 720, 700. Do I think that's a little too high? Nah. I feel Teixeira should win this fight. But again, Contender Series, you never know. You know, Lopez come in here and start throwing his hands wild and catch Teixeira. This happens, man. But I feel Teixeira should win this fight. Ahmed and Dylan. They got Ahmed at 166. I disagree with that because, like I said, with Ahmed, he is chainy, dude. He's the guy is hittable, man. They can hit him. When I mean hittable, he's hittable, but he goes down. With Dylan will take the hit and still come forward. Like both of these guys, the defense is not good. There's no way that, you know, they should have Ahmed at 166 because Dylan could win the fight. That's all I'm saying, man. Aaron Toy is underdog here, and Elijah Smith. Nah, this here is you gotta be careful with this one. You gotta be careful with that one, man. I feel this card is a very, very close fight. Every fight in this card is even, except for this the Teixeira and Lopez. I feel Teixeira will win, but all the rest of the fights are even. Aaron Toy can win this fight, as well as Smith can win, but Smith gonna have to keep it. He has to keep it long and hold his composure. And like I said, maybe have to take it to that dark place, or keep it to where he is comfortable on the outside. Which, from the fights I'm seeing, Aaron is just walking people down. Even though it's different level of fighters, Aaron faces maybe not the same caliber as Elijah, but it's Contender Series, bro. So we're seeing guys that we couldn't find footages, and the records look really, really bad. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And they come in here and they win over somebody that has has been an 8-1 guy and 7-2 guy. So yeah. So the odds in here, one of the ones that I would say is kind of doesn't look that great is the Aaron Toy and Smith and Dylan and Ahmed. Yeah, these are even too. These two fights are even. And just like the Bennett and the Naito, that's even too. I mean, that's pretty much right. So that's it right there, guys. Contender Series. Guys, keep on kicking. One love up to the body. And yeah, man. Let love guide you, not hate, guys. And remember, we're all one, regardless if you're Mexican or you're Brazilian or you're Jamaican. Hey man, so where are you from? I'm like, sometimes everyone answers. I'm like, man, I'm from here. I am from Earth. I'm from this land. Whatever. I'm from nature. I don't know, man. I'm just having an experience, man. Does it really matter where I come from? Does it matter what nationality I am? All these things are just made up, bro. That's it. Just to have control and order, and to separate people from each other. That's pretty much what it is. Yeah. Alright guys, so one love up to everybody. You guys keep on kicking. And